much love as we do. We should never, we should never push someone away or allow someone to not know Jesus because of their sexual preference, their political opinion, or whatever they believe in. It doesn't matter. Thank you, guys. Can we go to James 4:8? Come near to God, and God will come near to you. You're trying to follow God and the world at the same time. Make your thinking pure. I love James. He's a get-in-your-face type of guy. If you draw near to God, God draws near to you. And when you draw near to God, you draw near to the other people in your schools. You draw near to the kids who have no hope in life. I think sometimes we get so confused. We're so caught up in our schools and who's cool and, oh my God, a new pair of shoes and all that stuff. Like, we get so caught up in everything that we forget who God is and what our purpose is in life. I can tell you, I've been homeschooled, and I didn't want to go back to public school, to be honest. I had no fathom for it. But middle school and elementary school and high school are such short times in your lives to be wasting it away thinking of the opinions of other people when there are people who need Jesus Christ sitting across from you at lunch. I mean, I'm being deathly serious about that. You all clap for it, but how many of you are going to go back and do it? How many of you will actually go back tomorrow to school and tell someone about Jesus? Raise your hand. If we're honest with ourselves, though, we know some of us won't. And this is where the first part of this verse comes in. Come near to God, and God will come near to you. If you draw near to me, I will draw near to you. If you don't have the heart to tell somebody about Jesus, you need to draw near to God. Let His heart become your heart. Let His thoughts become your thoughts. And let His will take over your life. Because I know, I've been there. I've been where every day at school, I had to look at people and I didn't have the heart to tell them about Jesus. I said, I got all this sin in my life. Who am I to tell them how to live theirs? But they desperately needed Jesus. They desperately needed someone to talk to them. And I didn't live up to that standard. I didn't tell those kids about Jesus. And one of them's dead now. He's gone. I remember the day he died. He committed suicide. I had so many chances to tell him about Jesus. I had so many chances to reveal the love of God. And I didn't. None of us are promised tomorrow, guys. Not one of us is promised that we're going to wake up tomorrow alive. And Pastor Edson's sermon, Final Destination, I already kind of did it. So, I mean, where are you going to spend eternity? What do you believe in? I find it ironic that people who don't believe in Jesus still think very highly of him. Islam believed Jesus was not the Son of God. He never rose from the dead, blah, 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 blah. But they say that his teachings were good and infallible. The Jewish religion says that Jesus was a good teacher. How can he be a good teacher and then say he's the Son of God and not be true? My favorite quote comes from Napoleon Bonaparte. Yeah, I say that later. But Napoleon was a person who believed religion was something to control the masses. He didn't believe in God at all. But even he said, where the dreams of me and Augustus Caesar has failed, Jesus has lived on through the eons. The fact that a Judean carpenter was able to forever change the world, and Napoleon couldn't even take over Europe. A Judean carpenter changed the world. A Judean carpenter who was the Son of God. I just want you to think about that for a second. How many of you plan on going to college? Most of you do. Jesus had no college. Jesus had no. Jesse's flinching his eyes over there because he knows that all Jews have to go to a formal Bible school, which is not a Bible school. It's where they study the Torah, and by the time most of them are done with it, they have the Old Testament memorized. So he's flinching over there. But the fact is, Jesus really didn't go to a fancy college. He didn't have Food Lion or Walmart or GameStop or Xbox or The Legend of Zelda, if people are preoccupied. And we have all of these things. I mean, how many of you play video games online? I mean, Michael Bradley, raise your hand. How many of you thought about getting on a video game online and just being like, I love Jesus, he's got it. Why can't that be a way to minister to people? I mean, hey, video game nerds need love too. Okay? Then, see, you. There's just so much I want to say, guys. There's so much I want to say to you. There's so much that I won't be able to get across in the short amount of time I have. You want to know how many pages of notes I have for this? 16 pages of notes. That's what I'm sitting on right now. That's all the research I did for this sermon. Do you want to know how much I used to it? Half a page. It's because when the Holy Spirit takes over, when the Holy Spirit gets a hold of your life, when he gets a hold of your sermon, he does what he wants with it. And even though I haven't said what I wanted to say tonight, I can already see the change in some of you. I can start to see the spark where you're going to go to school tomorrow, where you're going to say, that kid, who's going sad? She's a youth leader. Turn around. So, anyways. So, I can get the worship band to come up. The one song we were going to sing. I have a commission I'm going to give to you guys tonight. So if you'll stand with me, please. No, remain seated. This is something. Up, down. I'm going to give you something called the Breaker's Commission. Some of you, answer this honestly. Answer this with all of your heart. Don't make this decision and then go back on it. This is a covenant we're about to make with God right now. If you can live past your generation, if you can live past all the sin and the hurt in your life, if you can live past the addictions you have and the pain you feel, if you want to live past that,